Welcome to the Vulnerable Room.
2 years and one room. Happy second anniversary to the Vulnerable Room podcast. Guys, we're 2 years in. This is crazy. 2 years in, and I'm filled with so much gratitude. Thank you, God, for placing this vision on my heart back in 2022. It feels surreal, okay? To look back and see how far we've come. Thank you to everyone who's ever watched, listened, shared, and even been a part of the Vulnerable Room. Your support means the world to me, and I am humbled by every word of encouragement, every moment of connection, and every step of the journey. This space has grown into something I could only dream of, and none of it would have been possible without the incredible people, you, who believe in the mission and the message. Here's to more vulnerability, growth, and community in the years to come. I'm beyond excited for what's ahead and so thankful for what this already has been. Like, with all my heart, thank you so much, guys. Like, I enjoy going on my podcast page and connecting with you guys. And even though it's 2 years later, I'm always so nervous, like releasing new content, new episodes, because, this is me being vulnerable with you. And when it resonates with someone, I know I did my due diligence. Looking back at where I started and where I am now, it's truly beautiful to see how much the Vulnerable Room has grown and how much I've even grown in the process. There's been a lot of lessons, challenges, and moments of self-discovery along the way. Doing everything on my own, from recording and editing to promoting my brand daily, checking emails, scheduling recordings, has been a huge undertaking, to say the least. It's a lot of work, patience, and dedication. And let's not forget, those in studio episodes, baby, they add up. But it's all been worth it. I've been learning to balance it all, and I'm grateful for the journey. The cost of the studio is one of the biggest challenges right now. And while I love to be in the studio more, I'm hopeful that one day I'll be able to make it happen consistently. Every step, every obstacle, and every leap of faith I've taken has pushed me closer to my goals and taught me more about myself with each season. We are 3 seasons in, and I have evolved 3 times. Collaborating with people I admire has definitely been a game changer for me. It's helped me to step out of my comfort zone and embrace new perspectives. Those moments of growth have been just as valuable as the final product. As for my favorite episodes, that's a tough one because truly all of these episodes resonate with me. I have a love for them and I have a special place for them in my heart. But if I had to pick, I'd say my top 3 would be Heaux Tales, the dating series, part 1, 2, and 3 by default, and 'Tis the Season, which is my very first episode, which set the tone for everything, and Soft Life. It's so relevant to my everyday life right now, especially when it comes to dating. It's hard not to be sentimental because each episode has been a stepping stone to this point. But those 3 hold a special place for sure. As for memorable moments, wow. I don't even know where to begin. Being featured in Shout Out Atlanta was such a full circle moment. Collaborating more with Black women in self-care spaces has been beautiful and empowering. Finally, doing an episode for Pride Month was an emotional and proud milestone for me, because I did want to learn more about that community, being that I have friends and loved ones a part of the community. And watching my friends open up about their past long-term relationships has been a reminder of the power of vulnerability. Those moments, these episodes, these collaborations, they're what keep me going. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this journey, whether you were in front of the mic, behind the scenes, or just supporting from afar. You've all helped make the Vulnerable Room what it is today, and I can't wait to see what the next chapter holds. One of the things that I'm most proud of is how the Vulnerable Room has created a community where we can be open, honest, and vulnerable with each other. It's not just about the episodes or the content, it's about the connections we're building, the shared experiences, and the fact that we're all in this together. And today I'm beyond ecstatic to share some incredible news with you all. The Vulnerable Room has officially hit 2.2K streams on Apple Podcasts. Give it up for yourself. Big up yourself. And 2K streams on Spotify. I'm honestly still in awe. When I think about how far we've come, y'all, this is a milestone, okay? This milestone is a testament to each and every one of you who tunes in, shares the episodes, and supports the show in any way. I want to give a huge shout out to the listeners streaming from all over the world. Yes, the world. We have the US, the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Ghana, Nigeria, Belgium, Puerto Rico, South Africa, Mexico, Sweden, Jamaica, just to name a few. I see you all in the analytics, and the fact that the Vulnerable Room has reached so many different countries is is mind blowing. There are so many other places in my analytics that I never would have imagined, and it's truly humbling to see this podcast touching hearts and souls all over the globe. Thank you to my YouTube, Apple, and Spotify subscribers. Your support means the world to me. The love is overwhelming in a good way, and I'm so grateful for each of you who is a part of this journey. You all are the reason why I keep showing up week after week, month after month, and I can't wait to continue growing this beautiful platform, this community of vulnerability with you all. Here's to more milestones, more growth, and more love. And I appreciate you all more than words can express. Thank you guys so much. Like, you don't understand. This really means so much to me. Like, it's very humbling. Now, to catch you guys up to what's been going on with my life. So, let me catch y'all up to speed. So, November, y'all know, was a little rocky. My cousin had passed away, and I decided to make December the month where I will get back to feeling like I'm me, you know? So on December 2nd, I was in a horrible car accident. This is my first time speaking on it in front of people. And I have just been going through the motions. Like, it's still surreal because it's crazy that we, you know, how we tell our loved ones, you know, be safe, safe travels, and we're expecting them to get to their destination safely. Y'all, I was on my way to work, didn't even make it far from my home, and I was in a car accident where my airbags deployed, and because of the impact was so great, I said I wasn't going to do this. Hold on. It's so crazy how everything could be, your world could be turned upside down in a matter of like seconds, minutes. And if you know me, you know how hard I worked to save up for that car when I was moving to, yes, I got the corner tissue like Candace from Real Housewives. Sorry. I'm that type of person. I like to make a joke because this is a lot. Feeling like how I'm feeling, I always need to crack a joke to keep me from boo hooing. Okay, so like I said, on my way to work, my car totaled because of the impact, and my airbags deployed. And I'm not gonna lie, like experiencing that, like I've been in little fender benders before, and experiencing that, scary. All I remember was seeing white. I'm not even being dramatic. Like I thought that was it. And at that point, I'm just like, what else could possibly go wrong? Like I just saw somebody last month, and I'm thinking like, this is it for me. Like this is too much. And I saved up for that vehicle. That was one of my cars I put on my vision board, and I saved up for it. And when I moved out here, everything was like it just aligned. Like I got my apartment first, and then I got my car. And I know you're probably just like, it's just a car. It's a materialistic thing, and your life is more valuable. And I do understand that, but it was just a loss. Like something you worked so hard for, gone in a millisecond. And that goes to show you like how your life can be changed in a blink of an eye. Things can change for you. And in this case, like it was just dealing with the aftermath of the accident, like realizing that I lost that um insurance, Geico Count Your Days. They're not doing anything for me the minute my car was deemed a total loss, kicking me out of the rental. Like I never been in a accident of this magnitude. And yeah, like all of this in a course of a few days. And I just kept asking God, why me? Like, why is this happening? And I just took it as, like at that point, I'm like, yo, like I'm falling back into where I was in season one with my seasonal depression. And I just kept telling myself, like, you worked so hard to get from that dark place, like you're not going back. You're not going back. And I just kept trying to tell myself that. And anytime I felt like this, like showing emotion, crying about it, I just felt angry. I felt sad. I kept trying to like replay what happened and how what could I have done to avoid that from happening. And my therapist just kept telling me, like when I expressed this to her in my session, she just kept saying, it is what it is. It's already done. There's nothing you could have possibly have done. Just thankfully you have your life. It's okay to go through the motions. Don't let nobody tell you like, cheer up. There's nothing to be sad about. No, it is something to be sad about. And don't stay there. The key thing is don't stay there. Have your moment to grieve, but do not stay there. And I'm just thankful for my parents because honestly, I don't know what I would have done if I lived someplace and they weren't around because, like, I'm a single woman and I live in a place where it's just like my immediate family members are close by, my sister's close by, my cousin is close by, and I thank them too because they showed up in ways for me that I needed in that moment. Um, but I'm truly thankful for my parents. Like I love them so much, and to know that they will do anything and go above and beyond just to make sure I'm okay as a grown woman. Like it's it's like I'm grateful because a lot of people don't have that, and I still have that, and I'm just grateful for it. Um, I'm grateful that my friends allow me to lean on them. Um, I'm always the type of person to be like, oh, I'm okay. Like, and really deep down inside, I'm just burning up or I'm crying, like I'm sad. And in this season, it was utilized, I guess you can say, it was an eye opening moment for me to realize it's okay to lean on my friends. It's okay to not be the strong friend all the time. It's okay to tell your friends, I need you. Like, you know? Um, and you know me, I go all out with Sismas every year. And this was the 5th year, and this was supposed to be big. And I just wasn't in the mood. I just wasn't in the mood, and my priorities shifted because of this accident. And I was able to tell my friends what transpired, and they showed up. And it means the world to me. Um, they showed up. They pushed for me to still have it. Bought food, bought drinks, and I'm so grateful. Um, like those small gestures just go a long way. And I'm trying to stop being emotional right now because this is the most I've ever been vulnerable on my podcast. I give the space where I'm allowing people to be them and feel how they feel, but in retrospect, I allowed myself to feel how I feel, but it was always from a place of like, it's not, the emotion is not real time, and this is all real time for me. So I'm appreciative of you guys for allowing me to just be real in this moment, and transparent with what I'm dealing with. Um, I'm just grateful, and I keep saying that. Like, I walked away alive. My limbs are intact. I just have a few bruises on my legs. Experienced whiplash, um, and yeah. I just pray that I will never have to deal with this again. And what's crazy is that I watched Jamie Foxx's what's this thing called? His special. And he talked about what he went through. I don't want to ruin it, but what he went through. And he said he even questioned God as per why. Bad things always happen to us good people, us Christians. And he said that God said to him, you know, when he was wondering why things happen to us as believers and not to people that don't believe in him. And he said that God said, those people don't belong to me. And these lessons, these things that happen that are placed in your life is for a reason. I'm trying to get your attention. And I took this as God trying to get his attention because, again, it was just loss after loss. We're going to get to what transpired recently with work, and which is why I'm like, my emotions are all over the place. And that was a word. I appreciate my friend Franny, my first work friend ever, telling me to watch it. My cousin told me to watch it too as well. I appreciate my bestie Shy. When I was having my moment, my sis gathered me up real quick and told me that I need to give my burdens over to God. And in that moment, the optimism helping me to redirect and shift my focus over time, it really helped because I felt like I was just carrying on everything, and not giving it to God. I would say, God, I give it to you, and then I'll take it back. God, I give it to you, but I take it back. And you can't do that. It's either you're really going to give your problems over to God and let him handle it, let him fight your battles, or not. So I've officially decided I'm giving my problems over to God because I cannot do this. It's just I find it weighing me down. I haven't even been to the gym, which is my outlet, and I know God is trying to get my attention, And he has it. I need to focus on connecting more with him, getting more in my word, being more spiritually inclined. Because especially next year with this man going into office, we all gonna need it for real, for real. Um, so I'm just taking it day by day, and I do believe that this too shall pass, and I'm gonna get back to myself 100%. I'm gonna be back in business. I'm gonna get my car back, and everything is going to work out. I'm not stressing. Everything that is supposed to be will be. We're needing a moment to recharge, regroup. Okay. Now with work. With work, y'all, I'm tired. So I mentioned in the last episode, I promise I'm not going to get emotional, but in the last episode, I mentioned that, my manager started showing her true colors once my director left. And y'all, I don't know how this happened, but let me tell y'all how God works, right? So basically, sorry, that piece of hair was just annoying me. But basically, I kept feeling like I was being blackballed, being left out of Bad and Bougie, feeling like, I'm undervalued. And I felt myself like sinking, and I didn't like it. And I was straight up with my manager, like, yo, like, is there anything you need to tell me? Like, what's going on? What's tea? And the way that God, just allowed this to fall into my lap. Don't worry, it's all going to make sense. She kept telling me, no, there's nothing you need to worry about. Blah, blah, blah. Everything is fine. You're doing a great job. BS me. Come to find out, this lady is trying to like play in my face. She's trying to like downgrade my position I currently have. And girl, you good? That's all I kept saying is like, God, thank you for allowing it to fall into my lap. And once I, clocked that T, I started to get all my ducks in a row. I started like, once it's just so sad with these work environments. Same, different place, same crap. And once once she started showing me she's moving funny, I started to protect myself. And FYI, y'all, anytime you feel like the environment has shifted, your manager's mannerisms have shifted, her interaction or his interaction has shifted with you, get out, leave. Time to search for a new home to make your bread and butter. Because the thing about me, I'm gonna go where I am appreciated. And right now, where I'm at currently at my job, a year going on 2 years soon, I'm ready to make the next transition, the next steps towards, on my professional development, for my career. And yeah, I am ready. And I'm giving that over to God too as well. I was distraught about that too, because I'm like, all right, family issues as far as like my cousin passing, then my personal as far as my car, and work as far as my manager. So I'm like, I am clearly not catching a break, but I believe that things will work out in my favor in the long run. And God got me. And I trust and believe that this is all just, scenarios that are transpiring. It's an unfortunate series of events that is going to line me up for the next big thing that is coming. So I want to discuss some of the lessons I've learned over the past year. And guys, I have some notes here per usual because I have so much I want to say in this episode, celebrating 2 years of the podcast, and I don't want to forget anything. So Over the past year, I've learned some valuable lessons that have truly shaped my perspectives and growth. And here are a few key ones. The first key is accepting people for who they are. This has been huge for me. Letting go of expectations and truly accepting people where they are without trying to change them has brought a lot of peace and clarity into my relationships. Two, putting myself first. Self care isn't just about the bubble baths, the vacations, spoiling yourself with luxury items, and taking a break, all of those good things. But it's about consistently prioritizing my own needs, mental health, and well being. I've learned that it's okay to put myself first, even when it's uncomfortable or when others may not understand or like it. Learning to be honest and say how I truly feel. Instead of masking my own emotions with a simple, I'm okay, I've started to be more honest about how I feel, even when it's difficult to say. It's been freeing, and I've noticed how much better my relationships and my mental space are when I speak my truth. Being in the moment, life moves hella fast. So it's easy to get caught up in what's next or what could be, but I've learned the value of just being fully present. Whether I'm hanging with friends, family, recording an episode, or just having quiet time with myself. Sometimes it's okay to go with the flow. I'm someone who's a planner, but I've learned that life doesn't always need to be rigid. Sometimes going with the flow and letting things unfold naturally can bring unexpected joy and lessons. Don't set my expectations too high with others, is another one. Especially when it comes to dating. I realize that when I don't set my expectations too high and just let things evolve naturally, I avoid unnecessary disappointment. If someone doesn't meet my expectations, I can take it less personally. Stick to my boundaries and my non negotiables. Setting and honoring my boundaries has been a game changer. Whether it's in my personal relationships, professional spaces, or even in the way I manage my time, I've learned that my boundaries are sacred and not up for negotiation. Pick and choose my battles. This is the one. Not everything is worth stressing over. I've learned to be more selective about where I invest my energy and which battles are truly worth fighting. Be an advocate for myself in the workplace. I've gotten better at standing up for myself and speaking up when I need to, whether it's negotiating, setting clear expectations, or simply making sure my voice is heard. I've learned the importance of advocating for myself and my worth. These lessons have been tough ones, but they've seemed to be worth it. I'm constantly evolving, and I know these lessons will continue to shape the way I navigate in the world moving forward. So, let's share some reactions, interactions, or feedback from the listeners. I haven't done this. I didn't do this on the last anniversary. I did a giveaway, but to honor it, I just want to show my appreciation for the listeners and, well, to the listeners and share some of the feedback that they have left. So one of the comments that was left was from Dictionary. I hope I said that right. She left this on Spotify, and this was in response to the Heavy Crown, the Exhaustion of Black Women in America episode. So it states, rest in peace to your cousin. You certainly hit the nail on the head with this episode, and I'm glad you felt moved to share this with us. This is a universal feeling among so many Black women right now. We are so exhausted, yet still looked at to continue to fight. First off, thank you, girl. I really appreciate it. We all are tired. And hold on tight because next year, with the changes that are coming, we just have to stick together as Black women and continuously uplift one another. So, again, I appreciate you for tapping into that episode and leaving your feedback is greatly appreciated. Next comment is left by Hi L. She responded, this was a comment left for the episode Cuffing Season. And she said, I love your intros, very engaging with your personal side. A little news tea, clock it. It's perfect. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Then I have some from YouTube. On my latest episode, the heavy crown, the exhaustion of the Black women in America. And it reads from Tiffany, Your Wellness Era. It says, hey, love, great talking points. The conversation definitely needed to be had. Okay, thank you very much. And one more comment I will read from Janice. This was 2 years ago. And I have to read this comment because it's really nice. It says, congratulations on launching the first episode. Sis, you spoke from your heart and I loved it. So genuine and you were talking all facts. The village is here for the life. Love you. Love you too, Janice. Thank you very much. But no, seriously, I just wanted to read a few, a few comments because this is what keeps me going. And continue to leave more. I will read them. Or if you have any scenarios you would like me to shed some advice on, or some topics you would like me to talk about, feel free to email me or DM me. I'm here for y'all. This is tea time. We're navigating adulting together, okay? You lean on me, I lean on you. All right? But let's see. So also, because of you guys, when I was sharing my book reviews, all the books that I've read in 2024, you guys seem to like the reviews that I gave. And a few listeners motivated me to start a book club. And guess what? I launched a virtual book club in November. And so far, we are on our second book. And this is the second book that we are reading. Never Lie by Frida McFadden. Girl, it is good. I think it's McFadden. Y'all know who I'm talking about because everyone pronounces it differently from on like social media. But this book, the girls are locked in. I'm locked in. And this author has made me fall in love with thriller and suspense. I never was into that. But her books, I've read two other books by her. And baby, I just had to recommend this book for our book club because I've heard so many great things. So, after each book, I'll be taking new members if you're interested. But right now, at the moment, we are locked in, and I'm enjoying every book club meet. Like, we are expanding our mind. We're spending less time scrolling on social media. We're increasing our reading stamina. Okay, it's not a game. We're enjoying it. We're having fun. And we're also networking, meeting new people, learning new personalities. Okay, if you're interested, let me know. Yeah, I'm just so excited about what the future holds for the podcast. We're just scratching the surface, and there's so much more to come. So, just a FYI, I'm taking a little break for the next few weeks to recharge. But do not worry, we will stay connected. We can stay connected through Instagram or feel free to email me. You can catch me on the pods, like I said, page or the TikTok, where I will still be posting content. We can still engage that way. I'll be sharing updates and we can keep the conversation going as always. I love to hear from you. So feel free to send me any topics, like I said, or ideas or thoughts you'd like to see me cover when I return. Your input means everything to me, and I'm always open to what you want to hear next. So thank you for your continued support, guys. I'll be back before you know it, and I'll be refreshed and ready for more vulnerable and honest conversations. Until then, let's keep the energy flowing. I hope your holidays are going pretty good. If not, I understand holidays can be tough if you're grieving, but don't fret, don't trip. The days are fastly flying by, and it's okay if you're having a rough time. Like, lean on your friends, lean on therapy, like your therapist. Find something good to watch that'll make you laugh. Eat something good, like your favorite food or whatever the case may be. But yeah, at this rate, guys, I'm just so grateful for you all, and I can't stop saying it. But there's more to come in 2025 for the Vulnerable Room podcast, and that's all I have for you guys. Like, I felt moved to do this episode. I was going to do it by audio, but I owe you guys this much to see my face. And guys, that's all I have for you. And you haven't seen her in a while. Say hi, Samsung. Yes, say hi. Guys, this is my emotional support puppy from season 1. Look how big she's gotten. She ain't a puppy no more. Shoot, she a big dog. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you guys in 2025. Be safe. Bye.
Come on, y'all. We know these combos ain't for the faint. Thank you for listening to the Vulnerable Room podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, head on over to Anchor or Spotify to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Follow at The Vulnerable Room on Instagram or visit thevulnerableroom.com for the latest tea. See you next time. Love you all and have a great week.